So Florida has large deposits of several mineral resources. You may even use them, the minerals, every day without knowing it. Some of these minerals are shown in the pictures. And I wish they'd said the word photograph, because these are indeed photographs. Many people in Florida and elsewhere work to mine minerals. So we pick fruit and we mine minerals. When you go out where minerals naturally occur and you do the work that it takes to get the minerals, that's called mining. The minerals have a positive impact or effect on Florida's economy. Now this word, effect, begins with an E. Begins with an E. And so that word means result. E. That is a result. Okay, you can even think of it as an E. End result. Or the outcome. So the minerals have a positive end result on Florida's economy. Florida's minerals add $2 billion of value to the economy yearly. So that means that when they say they add value, that means it makes the state money. And so I'm going to take some notes in the margin here to summarize what I learned by reading the captions of the photographs that are on the top of page 90 and 91. So reading the caption tells me that raw sand, which is mostly quartz, must be processed to get pure silicon. Silicon is used in computer chips. The quartz in sand is also used to make glass. The main ingredient in glass is silica. So these first two pictures, these first two photographs, tell me about quartz found in raw sand. And so that's going to be the first thing that I make a note of. So raw sand, I'm going to give myself plenty of space. I'm going to start close to the margin. And I'm going to make sure that I leave myself space. Okay, raw sand, which is mostly quartz. So I'm going to put quartz right underneath it in parentheses. And it's used for computer chips, like the computer chips that you find in a computer, in a tablet, in your phone, in your toaster, computer chips. Oops. And so every day that you're using an electronic device that has a computer chip in it, you are using something that's made from the mineral quartz. And then quartz is also used to make glass. So I have those two things listed. Now I'm going to go on reading the photo captions at the top of the next page. And I'm getting ready to put my next mineral here. I'm going to move my notes up. And I read, people mine certain sedimentary rocks and process them to get phosphates. Phosphates are mainly used in plant fertilizer. So my next mineral is actually sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks. And I know that sediment is the key in sedimentary rocks. And this helps me remember that sedimentary rocks are the ones that are made from different layers of sediment piling up over time. So sedimentary rocks, well, we use sedimentary rocks to get phosphates. Phosphates. And once we have those phosphates, we use them in plant fertilizer. So many of the plants, the vegetables, and the fruits that we grow, fertilizer. So sedimentary rocks, we mine them to get phosphates, which are used for fertilizer. And fertilizer is used for fruits, veggies. We also use them for animals. So even though we might be eating the cow or the chicken itself, the cow eats plants. So animal food. And so fertilizer has a lot of uses, not just for growing fruits and vegetables and animal food, it's also for growing plants in general. Some plants are very important in our ecosystems in various environments, and we need to grow them. And we can use that with fertilizer that we get from phosphates. So anytime you're using or benefiting from any of these things, you're benefiting from a mineral. And now I'm going to keep my lined up, push my paper up. And then the last mineral that I'm reading about in the last caption is limestone. So I'm going to write that down. Limestone is a type of sedimentary rock often used in construction. It is also used in making concrete and brick mortar. So the example for limestone is construction. Construction. And some examples of that is concrete, like what we use to make sidewalks, and brick mortar. And so when I look back over my notes, I say, wow, we use raw sand. We use the quartz in raw sand to make computer chips and glass. We use sedimentary rocks we use the phosphates from sedimentary rocks to make fertilizer, which we use to grow fruits, veggies, animal food, and plants. And then we have limestone, which is used in construction, such as concrete and brick or brick mortar. So these are all, and I'm going to go back in. These are all great examples of how I might use and benefit from some of the minerals that are in Florida and used in Florida every day, even without thinking about it. The classroom has glass windows. Your vehicle that you drive to school in has glass windows. The computer that you're watching this on has a computer chip. The food that you ate at breakfast, or even the food that you didn't want to eat at breakfast, the food that you didn't want to eat last night, was most likely grown using phosphate-based fertilizers. The animals that your dog, your cat, the plants that are used in their animal food, the animal food that the cows and the cows use, the cows drink, the cows eat. All of that is due in large part to the phosphates which we get from sedimentary rocks. And then you're sitting in a building that is made of bricks. So there's definitely brick mortar here. And there's concrete on the sidewalk. There's concrete in your neighborhoods. Your neighborhoods are made, many of you have brick houses in your neighborhood, even if you don't live in a brick house. And so these minerals are all around us all the time. You don't even think about it. And because these things are so widely used, that's going to be important, and that shows us why the minerals have a positive impact on Florida's economy, and that Florida's minerals add $2 billion of value to the economy yearly. I'm going to highlight that sentence as well. Now that I have a better understanding of all the ways and places that Florida's minerals can be used.